let me work this out. Let's see. So right now, it's like, what time is now? Oh, hey, Instagram, it's me, T, from the Pattersons, taking the train to Tibet. Well, let me pull this down a little bit. But, okay, now I'm still working things out. Now, according to calculations, we're 3.5 hours where I'm in Tamil Nadu, India, ahead of Southern Africa, where I usually reside. And we're 10.5 hours from the east coast of North America. Wow. Now this is interesting because most of my people that pay attention to me, because I don't really, most of the people that pay attention to these posts, they are either, in the States, right, mainly East Coast, or in South Africa. So if I post about now, right, that means that, so it'll be good. So I could do my morning post as usual because I like to post in the morning and like that. Especially, I should post a little earlier in blue light. That's really good. But I don't have blue. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing. So I'm still getting it together, right? And, not too bad. Me getting it together. Well, I'll talk about the healing or whatever have you, but it's going pretty good. Look at that. The wrinkles up. Hey, that's coming back. Have you noticed? Now, because of my situation with the Bell's palsy, trying to heal it, when I look at things now, I look at people's eyebrows, but I look at the wrinkles on their thing, because mine's a little skewed right now. This has not come back fully yet. See, but before it wasn't even there. It was like that, and this wasn't there at all. Whatever. So it's coming back. Work with my healer. We'll see. Anyway, so back to the posting. So the best thing is for me to continue to post in the mornings. But Cape Town South Africa. All right, about this time, 8:30, 9 o'clock, well, it's after 9, whatever. It'll be early. That would be good. Let me do that. See, I'm adjusting, man. I gotta adjust, right? And there's a lot of adjustments to do, right? I'm still working on my little set here. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it like that, like this. I really wish I had my artist flag from David Hammond's with me. I left it there. I got a bunch of them, and I'm having them here, and this is not good because I like my Hammond's thing. So I guess for the rest of the time in India, I won't have my Hammond's flag. I know I should be going to the States in April, so I'll get the Hammond's. I have a Hammond's flag in April, of course. Whatever. The Hammond's flag is a red. What is it? Striped red and black stripes. No, red and green stripes, and then in the stuff where you have the usually the stars. Is the stars are red? I forget what it is, but anyway, I like that. They say, well, is that the Arab? No, it's an artist. See, I'm an artiste, right? And it's from this artist in the States that it did this flag as an artistic statement, and it doesn't really replace anything. It's an art piece. Some people think it's political, whatever. It's just art. That's what I do. Art. Or don't worry about that part. So that's all straight. Let me see what else has happened. Oh, things are going pretty good here. I'll be short, I think. I'm realizing because things keep on happening, and I think what happens is basically, I always say, I walk by faith, not by sight. Shout out to the late police investigator, Colonel Frederick K. Price, where I got that from. It's in the Bible someplace. I got it written, whatever. Walk by faith, not by sight. Most Christians don't do that, right? They be lying, right? They be thinking too much. Talk about thinking. In Dimbaza, we have the Lahote Hut House, and our motto is just like Mr. Neely Fuller Jr.'s motto, which is, thought, speaking, and then action. You got to put things into action, right? Okay. Now, I've had this thing with Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. about this whole thing, because he's always saying, I'm still learning. He's always learning, whatever. Man, just like that Whooper, had a beef, not a beef, I had a thing with him. I said, yeah, well, if that's the case, consider this. I don't think I said consider this. I said, you cannot say quote, unquote, because if you quote something, how are you going to unquote it right away? That means it's not there. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you need to say quote, end quote, or quote, close quote, right? Or since if you're communicating through radio, TV, through a voice thing, you can say quote, say what the quote is in an altered voice, and then go on. So I would say something like, quote, I'm an acolyte of Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. That's the quote, right? And I have to not beef with him, but I give everybody suggestions. Why? Because that's what I do. I give suggestions, right? And I say, look, because he's got the book, the compensatory concept book, the code book, right? And I said, well, look, and he's always trying, I got to keep it down to a certain price, it's got to be, I think it's under $30, something like that. The new ones, the new things, he's got the book and then the word guide, both of them are like 29, whatever, or 30, whatever it is, like that. And I said, well, that's fine and dandy, but for people like me who read books, whatever have you, but to me, I know it's a code, whatever it is, but to me, it's a reference book. So I don't suggest to him, because it was written in 84, and then it got updated in, like, I don't know, whatever years ago, not 10 years ago, some years, under 10 years ago, I think, because they have the new copies too, but I don't, whatever. And but it's the same, it's a little bit, it's expanded a little bit, right? I said, you need to make a coffee table book, a bigger book. Like the first one that I have actually is a big format. These are smaller formats, right? I said, you need a big coffee table book, right? It has everything in there, plus all these notes that you have that you've been doing all these years. You can constantly write notes and stuff like that. You can include them in this big coffee table book, right? Okay. And then you sell it for a lot of money. Now, of course, he don't want to do that because he has a certain mindset. But here's the thing. I say, no, you have your regular thing. That's your thing. This coffee table is for people like me who are collectors, right? Or who revere your work, right? And then, of course, you've been updating not updating, but you've been writing notes. And these notes can even be handwritten, whatever, in this new book, right? We should include those in this new book, right? Now, here we go, brilliant idea. Now, first you sell this book as almost like a limited copies, like 001 to 099. And these are like auctioned off where it's a lot of money, right? Let me keep on going. Let me go further. Yeah, 001 to 099, right? And then you have those numbers, certain things. Then you go from 100 on, right? These are the books as they sell. But that first 99 copies, that is like a collector's. And you can auction them off. You can start. Well, I won't get into that because those cost a lot of money, right? It's for collectors. It's for da 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 da. If that goes well, then you can continue on. You go from 100, whatever. But those first 99 are signed copies. You see, so they've been very, very valuable eventually. He said, "Well, I can't sell it. Well, what do you sell it for? I don't know. Sell it for a lot of money. I don't know, $500." Whatever, or you can auction it off. You start, you go down, auction, you start from 099, right? Say that starts at, we'll start the bidding. For this copy, it'll be like $500. And each one you go down, 098, it'll be more, whatever the auction, you keep on going down, so you get to 001, and that'll be like really valuable. It might be $3,000, it might be $10,000 for, right? So what are you thinking about that? No, here's what you do. With that money, that extra money that, say the book really costs, like I said, $200, $300 to, I don't know, whatever the deal is. That is the thing. But everything you get above that, or whatever that costs, you take that and you fund a foundation or something like that to continue your work, or even to augment, this the other books, so you can give books out. You figure that part out. But then I got this other idea that when I get to the States, I'll call up and I'll suggest this because I got to stay on the case. Now, when I was growing up, they had the World Book Encyclopedias. Now, it was a whole thing, because we wasn't the whole Funkin' Wagners or whatever those big. So the World Book came to the encyclopedia salesman would come to your door and say, well, we want to buy these books, and you buy them one time. But then there would be little books, so you buy them in installments, or you might buy one, so you get the whole series. So say the whole series, I don't know what the whole series was. Say the whole series was worth $1,000. And say there was, I'm just making a roundabout figure, it was 20. Say it's 9 books in this series. So instead of paying $1,000, just pay, what I'm saying, incremental, right? So I'm suggesting for the code book, then you have, you also have that. So then, say, because there's 9, there's 9 categories he has. So each book, have 9 books. Each book is a different category, and they will be cost less. Like they may cost, I don't know, $10 each book. So when you get the whole set, you'll be up to $90, for the whole set, but you have different books, or less, however you want to work it out to reach more people. And then that way you have a list of people go, yeah, look, y'all can figure it out. I'm like a guru, and I just put the idea out there, and then y'all got to figure out the details, right? So I got that. Now, what brought this on? Well, I've been thinking about that all the time. But Yaqui has a book he's putting out. He's got pre-orders now. He's going to come out. And Basir said we had to say $150. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know. I call it a reference book, so maybe it's worth $150. It's probably worth $150. I would say the same thing for Yaqui. I say, Yaqui, man, you got this book for $150. Once you got that, you start selling it, say a year, whatever, you go on and sales are going and it gets word with it. Then you put out another series, another thing, which you break the areas up, say, I don't know, the endocrine systems, whatever the systems are, you have, say, 9. You have 9 individual books that may cost, rather than $150 for the big, the original thing, then each book may cost $15 or whatever it is, like that. So people can buy, each book like that, and they can get what they want, you see? And then that, that would get to more people, and people have different things. You see how that works? Always thinking. The brother is always thinking. But I can't. See, I'm not a marketer. I am pretty well. I'm not a marketeer, but these are good ideas. And I think we should think about that, because why are we doing the things that they do? I don't know. Even with the Yaqui thing, then when he puts out the series, then he could include some other notes in the series, right? So that way the book, instead of course, you get in the store, you understand what I'm talking about. Why am I keep on going with this, right? Okay, so that's my thing. Let you all know, that's a good idea. Well, it's my idea, but don't worry about it. You can steal it, suggest it, right? I don't ask you to share or like my thing, but this idea, you take it yourself, think about it, and share it. I want to say harass, send this idea to Yaqui and to compensatory, to produce justice, Ms. Neely Fuller Jr. Send this idea out so he don't know it come from me, because people do not, believe me, people do not listen to me, and no, you should not. In fact, if you ever get an email from me at the end, it says, I follow no one and I seek no followers, even though I am an acolyte of Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. However, I just want to let you know that. So I'm going to leave, because this is Instagram. I'm going to be short today. All right? Talk to you later. Bye.